set of
Yeah,
things to look at. So yeah. Okay. Other than that, phase 2 stuff feels good.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, other than just needing to.
No one's like,
Fix it
really
up.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
If they
practicing
wanna
it.
talk to you real quick, unless they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just check these guys real quick.
I'd like to, at some point,
No.
Definitely not. Definitely not, no.
okay,
Sorry, what was it?
at some point, I'd like to just like be able to go through like some phase 2, like the assessments, you know, like the, strength and endurance assessments,
Mhm.
and then like just be like, okay, let's like, what are some options here for
I think that's
setting
where I'm at
up?
with phase 2 is after that strength and endurance assessment, like, okay, now setting up the actual program.
Yeah, well, that, and then also just like the test itself. Like for me, that's like, I mean, there's so many different things to do, like.
And that's just what it is, just whatever feels right for you, and like if you go ask them, you know, have them do one, like, does that feel good to you, do you like that? And it's like, for me, I've noticed, I've tried like, for like the trunk flexion and stuff, I've had to try like 3 different machines for everybody likes certain ways to do their sit-ups and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
just kind of how it feels for them, you know, and then, yeah, you
yeah,
know.
what they have going on.
You know how the muscles are supposed to move, just set it up so there's like weight resistance on it somehow, you know? That's kind of how I'm doing it, like, oh.
Yeah, I guess it's just, I
So,
just guess I need to
I
just like.
true. I'd say throw it in that context question I made because we can be like, we can seem like, oh, Mike's like, oh, Julie wants to look at that. Oh, I want to look at that too. Let's meet up and do that, you know. And then you're like, oh, you don't want to do the breath pattern exam. I want to do that too. Let's.
I was looking at it, what did you mean by like the breath?
That's like where you're like, put your hands on my back and have them just breathe for 30 seconds. And like seeing, are they doing anything different?
No.
What, shoes what?
Does anyone have anything on their shoes?
Cool. That sounds good though. Okay. Good roll with these guys. You guys have any questions? Let me know. Oh yeah, do that.
Sleep good ones.
Maybe you need my cat to help you sleep.
What's up with your cat?
Massive.
I've got to get, my cat's big and cuddly, he likes to cuddle.
Same, and then my cat likes to wake up like 2 hours before my alarm, and then
Yeah.
go outside, and then come back in an hour later, and it's just, I'm like, I don't know what.
Luckily, like, you know, my cat, he'll wake up in the morning and use the bathroom every morning, like
You
5:30, and then do like does your needs around the house.
Us to put.
I always like
They could don't
20 pounds, so you hear boom, 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 I'm like, oh
phase
my.
2 testing where I was finding here like
Like,
can they
no
move the
Yeah.
contraction, can they maintain plantar flexion, are they rotating, knees
And then
right?
it's like,
Like I was putting down something like that.
Yeah.
So should we put like just one aspect of that, or should we each put one, or should we just not have this one, but just have like stand feet together and then like space for us to write a bunch?
I think the latter.
Yeah, that sounds good. So I guess we could just do like a blank document and if I could like, and then just write like yellow highlighter for each thing. Cool.
It'd be cool if we could edit that somehow to like make more notes at each one to say.
That's what we were thinking, so just put the test and then some
Yeah,
space.
so like, you know, look like,
Well,
That's amazing that you can do that.
well, it's called creating a new document, yeah.
It's amazing that one could even do that.
Are you talking about in phase 2?
Yeah.
Dynamics?
we're just doing it in our content phase 2,
Yep.
and then we're just gonna have like, yellow highlighter, it can be like, whatever the first, first test stand, and then all things you want to look at,
Yeah.
and the next thing,
Yeah.
and then after that, we'll then create the documents room, but for now, we're like, cause we're like, looking at this, this thing, and there's not enough room to write down
Because-
all word notes.
So you're getting at like kind of how we were talking last time when he was out of us, like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, yes,
Yeah,
explanation of the system.
checklist.
and
Yeah.
like
Knee dive or eversion issue or tip
Yeah.
rotation issue.
Yeah.
And there might be questions, like it might not be a definite, but it might be like this is something to explore, right? So just having those, that'd be cool. And then I mean, once you guys have that compiled, I can build the same kind of like PDF or not PDF, but in PowerPoint I can build it out there. That's how I can do it on these documents. So, or if there's another way you guys want to try and do it, I'm good with that too. So.
Speaking of inversion and eversion, one quick little question, is there like the difference between pronation and supination and inversion and eversion?
Yes, pronation and supination is a combination of inversion and eversion, forefoot, rear foot.
Okay.
So when the foot collapses, I always need to get a foot to do this, but when the foot collapses, so the rear foot is everting and the forefoot is inverting, and then when the forefoot supinates or builds, the rear foot is inverting and the forefoot is everting.
Supination, so everting,
So what are you doing right there?
this is my forefoot.
Okay, copy.
Okay.
Yes,
Forefoot,
Yeah. that's inverting,
inverting.
which is pronation. You need that first metatarsal head to drive into the ground in order for ground force reaction, supination.
Supination was your feet coming up.
So you're talking about supination like body
You're looking, that's not supination. This is the common misunderstanding about the foot. That is you inverting your whole foot.
Yes. Forefoot.
That is, supination and pronation is a culmination of joint mechanics interacting with the ground.
Okay.
So,
So when you're pushing your forefoot into the ground, your first metatarsal into
Yeah.
the ground, that's
Try-
supination.
How come though when we go to like feel the arches in our exam, we call it supination and pronation?
because there's a bias in supination or pronation, and that is a combination of the rear foot and forefoot creating the arch. So if you think about how, so if you think about how the foot is working, what we're saying is this is kind of what you're
I'm just
putting this. So what you're saying is this is supination.
doing it.
No, it's fine. This is just for
That
the.
might be in the way.
A little bit.
Oh, it's following.
So when you're saying inversion of the whole foot, that's this, right? What we need to be thinking about is how the foot is interacting with the floor. So if we collapse, eversion,
Uh-huh.
inversion. That's
That's how it's supposed to be.
inversion, and this is eversion.
Yeah.
When we build,
It's the opposite.
inversion,
Yeah.
eversion of the forefoot. So when we're more supinated biased with the postural assessment, we're seeing more
Inversion of the rear, eversion of the.
correct.
I see it. It's weird because you think of the forefront as also part of that middle section, and then going up is like confusing because it feels like it's.
Yeah, this is the result of the forefoot and rear foot interacting with each other.
Yeah, it's really tricky for me for some reason. I mean, this is just my own problem, is to think about the forefoot when it goes in like that it's everting, and I don't know why.
Forefoot when it goes in.
Like when you're building the arch,
Yes. Yep.
it's the rear foot is inverting.
Supination,
Yep,
building arch, rear foot is inverting.
Inverting.
Yep.
see, this is where I'm just like,
Do it right here. Once you do it, so flatten that arch. Okay, what's happening?
rear
Well,
foot's
so
everting.
you're picking this up with your hand. So flatten the foot. There you go. So in relation to each other,
I get how the forefoot is everting.
inverting.
I mean, the forefoot, yeah.
Yep.
Forefoot is inverting and the
Uh-huh.
rear foot is everting.
Okay.
Inversion is going like medial. in.
That's eversion.
But the forefoot,
So the tricky part for you is like you're looking at the foot not interacting with the rear foot. So the forefoot interacting with the rear foot. So when we do this, if I start everting my rear foot
that
and
I
the
get.
floor is contacting the forefoot, what is happening? So if I just did this right here, what's that?
Inversion of the forefront.
Inversion.
Inversion of the forefoot. So if I just do this, the forefoot is inverting.
Mhm.
If I just do that,
The rear foot is everting.
and what's the forefoot doing?
Inverting.
Yes.
I mean, I get it, but I get like, it just takes me
Could
on
you
this.
just be rolling the whole foot into like inversion? But then you're saying that's not.
That's not supination or pronation. That's inversion of the foot.
Right. So some people could be like, oh, I'm supinating, and you're like, oh no, you're just invert. You're just resting your
Correct.
whole
Right. Yeah. Like
foot.
you'll see this. I've seen this before, where somebody is like this,
Right.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
and then they varus, and they're all bow-legged and walking all crazy, right? And so we could say that there is a potential for forefoot eversion issue if they can't get their met head down, or a potential for rear foot
Inversion.
eversion issue, maybe, right? If we're doing a postural assessment and we see something like that, you know, and if they're, if they're walking like this, they definitely don't want to evert somewhere, who knows where, but, but what happens is, we can't really describe this as, I mean, we can describe this as either an eversion issue here or here, but
Or
they're,
the inversion preference.
exactly, they have a motor preference of inversion. That's a great way to word it, right?
And they might think I'm supinating, and we're like, well, actually, you're just inverting. You're
Yes.
walking on your
And
lateral side.
yeah, exactly. And then remember this too with the supination and pronation thing. It is supination and pronation is movement. It is the transition or movement through the joint system. So as we do this, we're moving from
Supination.
we're moving
From
from
pronation
pronation to supination, and as we do this, we're moving from pronation. So if we see this, there's a bias standing in supination, but it's just a snapshot of their system, right? Why, the question is, why are they biasing more supination on one side than the other? But it just literally means that this is inverting more and this is everting more on one side than the other side.
Yeah.
No? Yeah?
When we feel their foot, could it just be that they have a higher arch on one side than the other?
Which would be,
But like, just structurally, like not that they're
if
inverting or
if
everting.
they have a structural situation where they have a higher arch, that would mean there would have to be like a bigger calcaneus.
Yeah.
You know, or so, I mean, that would be such an anomaly to see. Like a higher arch is because the mechanics of the foot are dictating a higher arch, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part arch.
Because of that.
I mean, it would be pretty rare to
inversion.
see something like
So you
that.
really only see flat foot or
Yeah,
regular foot.
yeah, built or flat,
Yeah.
and then some. You know, that's why we have
Flat
the 1, 2, and
foot.
3, right? If we see like, I mean, if somebody's just down in the dirt on one side and then they're like here, then that's a supination right, pronation left, 1.
Well,
Like, what is going on? And this person's probably gonna look like this. You know,
Right.
something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna be very cattywampus.
It's not just gonna be in their feet, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So flat foot, is a 4-foot eversion,
And,
rear foot
no.
eversion.
Flat foot is a 4 foot.
Eversion?
Uh-huh.
No, inversion.
You keep doing this. You have to, so
Think about my Met heads.
the thing that you're
4 foot.
not doing is you're not using the whole ground when you're describing foot mechanics. You're sitting on your heels and rolling your feet around.
Well, because I can't roll them both at the same time.
Yes, you can. That's how we move.
That's how you
Well, that's how humans move.
So,
move. I'm human.
eversion, inversion, rear foot, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, check,
Yeah.
So the rear
so
foot,
check this out.
Make my foot
Check this
flat.
out.
okay, yeah.
So I have a foot
Mm-hmm,
and it's collapsed.
Oh,
yeah,
And so my rear foot is,
it looks like it's everted.
Yes.
it
I
is.
just
It is.
was saying,
And then he is inverted here because he's pushing down through his
okay, inverted.
And then when I do this,
second and fifth.
Your 4-foot is inverted?
everted,
Everted.
it's driving into the ground.
Everted.
Yep. It's hard for me to do this. I mean, this is the problem with this foot, actually.
Yeah, get your good foot.
So,
Then now you're driving.
there we go.
So this is everted up here.
Driving through that met head.
You are.
And then,
And this is everted.
inverted.
Inverted. And that head's going in. In this
Video
way.
would be good.
Huh?
I think a video would be good. Let me see. What?
This is what my eyes. That's nice. So
This is what we're looking at here is what we're talking about.
I just thought I had like this dropped down.
So that's kind of like we're talking about. Where you can see she's everted in the rear foot.
Yep.
And then. Was she varus in the knees?
I have to check. Curious to see what that would be. I think she was not nervous.
That's great.
Not too much. Down in, maybe in the ankles.
Yeah, but you can see that.
Holy cow. Yeah.
So her, this is everted. Her
Yeah, her
foot
rear
is
foot.
is everted,
Yes, big time.
which means her 4-foot has to be inverted.
Should be,
Should be, yeah.
if we're getting full like ground contact.
It looks like she's full flat footed, so yes.
And I think, I mean, I'm looking at, you know, what this whole like supination, pronation thing is. Like, the thing that becomes an issue here is like, they're talking about just a position and not the ability to use the whole foot. So I think that maybe this is where where you're at, is you're looking at just the rear foot. Right, like
Yeah.
this is kinda like this is that ankle rolled in is supinated.
It's just such a basic term, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's just like your general anatomy, hey, this is this,
Right.
where it's not.
Right. So like the The ground, yeah, I mean, the ground force reaction component is the thing that this is not talking about.
Yep.
Which it makes more sense when you explain it that way, with the
Right.
ground force,
Right.
more to me at least.
Because you can get lost in like looking at, oh, this person's an overpronator just because their ankle is rolled, inward or.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what everybody says, and,
It's
like,
just-
oh, I just pronate, it's my orthotics,
Yeah.
from pronating.
It's just tough because
Or-
then if you're only talking about it in terms of like what that ankle is doing, then you're not really understanding how the foot is interacting with the floor. Which is what I'm interested in when I'm looking at somebody's foot. Like I wanna see how they're either absorbing force or creating force.
Well, the met head is just so important too, like,
Yeah.
which is why you,
And I mean, you know, it's kind of funny now that we're talking about this, it's pretty crazy to actually think about it, like, is it more than just inversion and eversion of the forefoot? Now that I'm like looking at this, I mean, this is everting to drive
yeah,
through the ground, but if the whole thing everts, then we're only doing this. So is it that we need to maintain, 2 points of contact here?
yeah,
It's kind of interesting, like, is it more of a first metatarsal head eversion and inversion, and let's go right. No, well, I was just gonna say, is it more of a first metatarsal head inversion and eversion, and the fifth just stays contacted the whole time?
right, and this is all talking about like supination, pronation.
Yeah, right.
With the ground force, but then we're also, like, when we're just like walking, like we're pushing up off of that met head, right? Like
Yes.
the first one.
So right
That's our
here,
whole plantar flexion,
Right
dorsiflexion.
here. collapse, and then build.
Right, to be able to lift off.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're just thinking that like we're just standing here, and I'm trying to I'm trying to pronate my foot, and to me, I think all I'm doing is I'm just everting the whole foot. I'm not like actually pronating the foot. I'm just like,
You're just doing this.
yeah, I'm trying to collapse my arch. I'm just doing that.
Right.
And I don't know if
So you gotta so when you do it, like try and squish your whole foot into the ground. Like let the whole thing sink.
yeah, rather than doing that, just me trying to force like, I just
Right.
it's not changing the arch and just
Yeah.
going over onto the
Yeah,
arch.
so if you like load into the front of your foot, sink into that. And let it collapse. That. And then build it. Yeah.
Build it, oh, I see.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
So you have to, do you see what you have to do there? You have
Yeah.
to drive through the metatarsal head.
Yeah.
Because you can't, I mean, you really can't just sit on your heel and do this thing.
Yeah, that's not, yeah.
It ain't it, you know?
I think, yes, I think the idea was more about trying to bring your foot like this.
Yes.
Rather than trying to like flatten.
That's why the simplicity of like inverter, everter, or a supinator, pronator, like this whole thing. I mean, just like everything else we have going on, it's way more complicated than people make it sound.
I mean, I feel like even with like in structural kinesiology, I get to take biomechanics and
Yeah.
explore it further,
I
but
didn't even talk about this.
no,
when
it
I
was just plantar flexion and dorsiflexion.
Right.
And maybe a little bit of inversion, eversion,
Yeah.
maybe, but just in terms of thinking about how people are walking, or if they're, walking in like duck butt mode, or like plantar flexing, if they're having a hard time plantar flexing. Is it just about plantar flexion, or, I don't know, and that's why that MOBO board is
Exactly. So
cool.
that's the thing to play with is explore on the MOBO board the rear foot and then explore on the blackboard the 4 foot.
Okay.
Cause you'll very quickly feel,
I mean, and I feel like I have, that's the scary part with my scramble brain.
yeah,
Just try not to think about that too much.
is one of these out? Is somebody
I think it's just, one of them's,
floating?
yeah, over, on one of the.
Okay, got it. And we can play with this, but basically, you need to, this gets really crazy here. This is nice because now we have a moving floor, so we can talk about this a little better.
Yeah,
So like, this is collapsing,
Mhm.
this is a building, and I'm talking about from an arch standpoint here.
Mhm.
yep,
And what is that doing?
Everting.
Everting.
everting the 4 foot,
Yep,
driving the met head down.
Yep.
Building the arch.
yep. Because if I don't do that, if I do this,
There is no arch.
there's no arch.
And you're sitting on the outside of this
Yeah.
4 foot.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think about because this is up off the floor, but that's not an arch, that is just the foot
Right.
in a position.
Yeah.
Right. So, so this is why the blackboard is such a useful tool, is because we can educate the 4 foot on how to build and collapse.
So the met head drives down, the 4 foot is everted.
Yep.
And the rear foot,
In relation to the 4 foot is,
inverted.
yeah. Because this would be, so let's see, so, because if, okay, so, and I, once again, like I left this thing, I wasn't even holding it, but if we do this, watch what happens to that heel. This is gonna be really cool to see this. Watch what happens to that heel. If I maintain tibia,
Yeah. Maintain tibia,
so what's happening here to that heel?
It's
inverting.
It's inverting. And then if I do this,
It's everting. Yeah, I see it. I'm not seeing that movement.
I mean, I'm exaggerating
Yeah,
this just so you
I'm
can see
glad
it.
you are because I can't feel it in my own
Yeah, but there
foot.
it is. It's going. Like if we think in spirals,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then in relation to the talocrural joint, excuse me, the ankle joint, talocrural joint, that, and this.
Yeah. Okay.
So here, we collapse, build, collapse. So it's going
Yeah.
that way, collapse.
So when it collapses, the 4 foot is everting. Right?
Build. 4 foot is when it collapses. So this would be everting.
Yep. Everting. The 4 foot's everting.
Because this is eversion. Inversion.
Inversion. An inversion is when it collapses.
It's when the arch
When-
collapses.
Yeah.
So
When
inversion.
when this
Yes.
flattens out,
This is.
so yeah, no, go for it.
I was just saying, yeah, I mean, what you're getting at, when this is inverted and the rear is everted, that is when it's collapsing, yeah.
So if we're here and I'm doing this, if I'm inverting here. And once again, we have a moving thing here, it's not the floor.
Yeah.
So the floor should be staying still, but when we look at a collapsed arch, this is what we're seeing.
You can see the exaggeration here. And then,
Yeah, so the collapsed arch is that this is not driving, that this isn't driving down.
Right.
The met head is not
Right.
driving down.
Right. And then when we build,
Focus and trip.
I know, right? But so oh man,
Yeah,
it's the relationship between the two. Snack.
oh my God.
One second.
Yeah, it's the relationship between the two of these things.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yep, no, that's good. Nice and complicated like we like it.
Yeah, exactly. Love that. Love that for us.
Love it for us.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Cool, thanks for that exploration of the foot.
Which is why when we see the heel bowing like this, we're calling that supination. Like what they're saying is that's supinating.
Yeah,
Alright, so if you see that V,
Where they're like heels.
yeah,
tilted.
versus this, we're calling that a pronator with the heels smashed out like that.
And that goes more with Ferris knees, kind of.
This would be more valgus-y,
Valgus.
and then this would be more varus-y.
Really didn't show me that.
So pronation,
Right. But that's
smashed out, right? Super collapsed. Yeah,
so like knee dives.
big time.
You said that'd be more valgus-y
Yep.
normally?
Yep.
So when you went up to, if we go up and say we're feeling this person's foot,
Uh huh.
you'd be like, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna say this, I don't know for sure from what I can see right here, it looks like this is pronated
More
more than
than
that
that
is.
side. Yeah.
Okay, but that's
So
what
you
we're
know
saying.
we could say left pronated one, right is we could say supinated.
Based on how the
and
heel
shortened.
is
Yeah.
making contact with,
And you
the
feel
ground.
that and feeling the arch.
right,
Right,
because
because
there
if
is
you
no arch.
if you go to feel this thing right now,
Mhm.
and then if we go to feel this thing here,
So can I ask something here?
Yeah.
So this is like this, so that we're assuming that met head is not really planted in building that arch.
we're assuming that yes, this is not driving through the ground
The ground.
to
Okay.
maintain.
So otherwise, if we're here, this is just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
We're more,
If we were able to push down into the ground here. See, that's the thing, right, is this is that wobble
Mhm.
surface, so like allowing for this thing to technically evert is saying that we're not creating ground force reaction here.
so when somebody is,
Can we just all get take off our shoes and just feel each other's, see if there's anything
Go
where we
for
just,
it, yeah.
I'll just.
Yeah.
my shoes are really hard to get off.
Maybe I'll do that, maybe everyone.
So if somebody is like this, are they like this? Because, if this isn't driving, which it just looks like it's
So I
just
see you
smashed
got-
and not
yeah.
active,
Yeah.
is
Where they
this,
don't stand and see if you,
is
you
this
want,
part
that's it.
more
You take a look.
anchored to be able,
That's kind of what I was saying earlier, is like, upon thinking about this, we really have to be aware of both of
Yeah.
these contact
Big
points.
arch.
yeah,
And so, I mean, if we
And you can kind
have
of see the.
this contact point and this contact point,
and feel it.
nothing is really
You
happening
can
still.
see these kind of
But if we have this
big
contact point and this contact
It's
point,
definitely driving numbers.
then
But it
we
doesn't
can
look-
push.
There's a
Through.
little bit maybe, but not.
See this? It's,
Mhm.
it's
I
about
see it. Cool.
that pushing
How do you feel about that, like normally?
down,
yeah.
What'd you guys find?
which is
I mean, it
eversion.
doesn't, nothing crazy, it
This
just looks
is
like, I
inversion.
mean, you
Yes.
are, if we're talking,
But we're just talking about it
I
looks
guess I'm
like
just trying to
it
think
could be
of,
more
these contact points.
supinated in the rear
One,
foot
And 3.
with a little bit of,
Wait, supinated on this side?
yeah.
So inverted on the forefoot, inverted on the rear foot.
On the rear foot, yeah.
Yeah, it seems
So
like
do that.
feeling you guys.
Do that
I felt
one.
like I could feel more of your fingers when you were doing it on this side.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
which is yeah.
Flat.
Flat. And
Well,
what's
like,
this
yeah, I
relative
could feel like
to
you
this?
guys like.
I'm in the
were
middle.
some- Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
there, yeah.
Yeah, if you find something,
Yeah,
find something.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would
I
agree
can feel that
this
for
is
sure.
a-
You wanna kinda like focus
Yeah,
more on
that's
the
It's
you're
so
getting in there.
straight. I can like feel it.
Evert that foot.
Yeah.
Evert that foot.
Yeah, I can
Evert
see
that
that.
foot.
And it, yeah, now that we're talking, looking at it, you can see it, you wanna look at mine, see if there's
My
anything.
head down,
What's this doing?
anchored.
I just see it weird.
Guys, this is, okay, I think this, is this helping? This right here, more than anything else? Okay, check this out. Invert the forefoot. Okay, let's feel that arch.
It should be flat on the floor.
This is the floor. Now evert the forefoot.
It's built.
Right.
And let's say okay, go back.
Sorry, Joe.
Go back to
Supinated.
Pronate the whole thing? Go for it.
So that's pronation of the system.
Okay, so now Jazz, stay where you are, and then Julie, go invert the foot.
See, it won't go.
Right.
It shouldn't.
So
Wait, actually, no, sorry.
evert,
Invert the
okay,
foot.
evert the foot.
So then you're just like walking.
So
on the
feel
inside.
that arch.
So
So
now,
there still could be an
That's
arch there.
bolt everted?
Is
that what
that a
you're saying?
flat-footed person right there? Walking
That
on-
would probably be
Whoa.
relatively more flat-footed.
That'd be somebody like this, basically.
So if we're here, and dude, I mean, your knee's gonna break.
Like this, yeah, you'd be like this.
Like if
It's
you're,
not impossible. It hurts so bad.
so I mean, yeah, let's do that again.
Like-
I like where you're going there.
Like you could walk, like you come feel me now. You can like I'm not even on my med head. I'm on
Yeah.
the outside of my toe. I'm on all my other toes.
Right, so you're toe flexing, not forefoot.
Yeah.
You're not using your forefoot at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So I guess you could. That would be like a improper diagnosis of supination. You're like, no, it's really just rolled out.
Yeah.
Whole left
Yeah,
hand. Like
exactly.
you're walking around like, you know, like this.
I think this is like this other opportunity to
Explore.
explore.
That's 100% what it is. There, it's, I wouldn't call this a black or white, you know, you gotta figure out what's happening, like why is it doing the thing.
Like I had a met head problem when I was running.
Yeah.
And so I might have actually ended up walking like that. 'cause I was
Not
trying-
using your med head.
Yeah, 'cause I was trying to avoid using.
Totally.
Well, it's like the scenario where people are just like, oh, go get orthotics, we'll go take you to
Yeah,
a
I- that's-
podiatrist and get
that's
orthotics,
why
and they're
it's-
like, I do this and I do that, and they come in here,
Yeah.
just like everybody else who's been to PT,
Yeah.
worked on things, like, this
Yeah.
is what I have, and I know this, and this is
Yeah.
what it is.
It's tricky, and you know, we have to work with them and go, okay, well, let's, you know, keep the orthotic in now, and I'm gonna do some exploration with the foot, and then maybe we'll try working on foot mechanics, and then maybe we'll try taking the orthotic off a little bit, and see if it hurts, see if it feels better. And what I see sometimes is when I start improving foot mechanics, the orthotic tends to cause pain, because it's keeping them, that's the problem with orthotics, it's keeping them frozen in time. It's keeping them frozen in
It's just a
some-
mass of whatever.
yeah, and they can't, you know, typically what you see with orthotics is it's building an arch, which means they have shock absorption issues. They're not able to absorb forces, right? So they're walking around, clomping around with a supinated arch all the time, and they're never receiving load on that side. So, you know, so then you start working on the foot mechanics, and you're like, well, actually, like, it's only the met head issue. And so we start building that met head, and then their body's like, well, I got this met head now, and I'm trying to receive load, and it can't because of the orthotic. And so, you know, then you take out your orthotic and walk around, like, oh my god, this feels so much better. Okay, let's try not using the orthotic for a week.
When you're getting somebody like to use your feet, and I should know this, but like when you're training on the mobile board, it's kind of like it's like a set kind of, you know, like you do one side and you have them do it till they can't do it or they fatigue out, and you do the other side, other foot, and then you switch it. Like how often do you have them train on that, or do you kind of like switch back and forth?
My like standard thing that I typically do is I will first assess rear foot mobility on the mobile board. So how's that thing moving?
So you're just having them.
Seated. And I just have them back and forth. I'm gonna say go forward, how's that feel? And then sometimes you'll see funky stuff where they'll rock forward and try and lift their heel up. No, keep your heel down.
Can you just walk us through this one?
Sure, yeah.
Kinda nice, cause I'm doing this right now,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, true. Okay, so let's go.
This is what I'm doing with Isaac on his drop.
Yeah, which is a pretty important foot, right?
Yeah,
Let's
and
go.
Saw yesterday at the end of this.
How did we get here?
Sorry.
No, this is fine. I'm just wondering. This is
We're going back. Okay.
Oh yeah. So let's get somebody
It's very
on.
important to
So we
have
noticed
this
that
on.
I had a super supinated
I can
foot.
hop up here.
Yeah. Go for it. What were you saying?
I noticed that my more supinated on my left side.
You are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pronated on my right.
So what might we see?
Like as to why that is.
Or just
It's your
mechanically.
rear foot
So we
inversion.
should be seeing yeah.
So either you're not good at pronating on your left, or you're not good at supinating on your right to keep your body neutral. And that's only talking in terms of the foot. It's not talking in terms of tibial internal rotation, femoral external rotation, some spinal extension, all those other things. But yeah, so I'll go here, and then, let's see. So I'll go here, and I'll make sure that this is kind of cooperating a little bit. And so I'll have them throw down like that. Okay, and so go for it. So that would be,
Rear foot eversion.
yep. And then this would be, go back this way.
Rear foot inversion.
Yep, and then this would be rear foot
Eversion.
and,
Forefoot.
no, and
Oh,
two things happening in the ankle here.
Pronation.
No, I think, let's get away from, because
Dorsal.
we're not talking about pronation right now, or supination. We're talking about the rear foot moving at this point.
So it's
Rear foot,
flexing and
yes.
eversion.
It feels really good.
It's plantar flexing and everting.
Okay.
Okay, and then we go the other way,
Dorsiflexion, eversion.
and
Inversion.
inversion, correct. Then, so this is Mobo setting 2. So with Mobo setting 2, the expected,
okay.
hold on, let me finish. Mobo setting 2, the expected mechanical things we need here. When we dorsiflex, it needs to be able to invert. When we plantar flex, it needs to be able to evert. Correct. Mobo setting 1, go for it, Eli.
We'll just also what are the dysfunction of that?
Okay, so the dysfunction of that would be, I'm gonna keep you in inversion
Okay.
as we plantar flex. Go for it. Dysfunction.
So you're just
So like if the knee goes out,
Come on, bud.
I can't do it.
so if they were to find through it, you'd be like,
their knee would probably be coming out, or
It's gonna, yeah, so it would look like
Because basically, I would have had to lift my
that,
foot
he'll
to
do
it.
that. Yeah, he'll do this. Yeah, go
lift your
for it.
foot up.
Yeah, so the only way he can do it is do this,
Or like, see my knees
or
wants to come in.
knee dive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for a knee dive, foot up.
Something like, you're looking for anomalies,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You're looking for weird stuff.
so if they're comping, they're not doing that. They
Correct.
could comp in any kind of way.
The thing we should see is nothing
Nasty.
happening here, and nothing happening there. Like
So
the
feet remains in contact with the
correct,
board.
exactly.
Knee is not moving.
Yep.
And then if that's the case, then you're like, check.
Yeah, good, nice, sounds good.
Okay, other side.
So that's mobile board 2. That's like dorsiflexion.
And just explore, you know, get some feet on this thing and explore it, and look at weird stuff that happens
Yeah.
on this thing, and just dink around with this too, you know, because you might find other stuff. You might find like that, and that's that's not the only two things. There's foot slide, there's tibial external rotation, drag.
But you could see that be dysfunction here.
Yes, that's why you gotta. I'm not giving you the. It's not
Because you're looking, the tibia is involved.
It's not a procedure.
right.
No.
It's
That
not. It's not a protocol.
protocol. Thank you.
It's a procedure. The procedure is put somebody's foot on the board and see what they do and see if it's, see if there's something weird going. Cause like another thing.
What's happening with the tibia right now? Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me. Cause I want him to see this too.
So read but that
Thanks for putting that stuff down.
that mobile board 2 is looking at reader.
Mobile board in general is looking
Is
at
it
rear
rear
foot
foot?
for the most part. Yeah. I mean, we're looking for expected contact through the first metatarsal head as well. Like we want to see the whole foot glued, but we're really assessing the rear foot with the mobile board for the most part. So you'll see other things like this. Let's see, is this 2 still, or did we go to 1? Well, let me just finish up here. So another thing you might see here.
So plantar flexion, eversion.
Wait.
Dorsiflexion. No.
Yeah. That's yes, and I highly recommend you guys just get on here and like scope out your body mechanics. Like, what are my joints doing when I do this thing? Because I had to, when I got this thing, I had to stare at it for like a week, and I had to put my foot on it, and I had to go like this. I had to go, what the hell is my foot doing? No, there was no instruction manual for Mobo board. Like, I'm like, okay, so I'm everting here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm everting and plantar flexing, and then when I do this, that's hard, but I should be able to invert and dorsiflex. Okay, that's interesting. And then I took it and I started doing this with one of my clients, Emily, and I'm like, I want you to evert. I want you to go backwards, and she would do this.
So she'd internally rotate her tibia
Tib.
to be able to do that.
Right. No, I want you to do this, not this. That's what I'm saying. So there's other things that can happen. Or she would do, what would she do? She would do this.
So she'd internally rotate her hip.
Or something. I don't, it
Yeah.
would just be like interesting stuff. Or you would see somebody do something like this. That ain't it. So that's helping me to get there.
So
This
what
is
are you-
making it harder.
So when you do that comp to get there, like if you're not gonna keep your knee stable,
Yeah,
So
so
then you're-
that's like adduction, tibial external rotation
yeah,
versus
and you're like, are you not able to plantar flex, are you not able to do your rear
While we're
foot?
here at this point
Yeah.
of it. So let's say, how Isaac, he's kind of
Yes.
dead on his drop foot.
Yep.
I mean, he has the
Yep.
connection. How do you train something,
That-
tibial rotation type thing, the rotational type thing? 'Cause I mean, we're working
Oh,
just
dude,
this
yeah,
frontal plane
You can work this
all day with
tips
this.
100%. Yeah. And what I loved about getting our drop foot guy on the Mobo, this was a
Drop foot.
drop foot, doesn't know how to can't dorsiflex his
At
foot.
all.
Severed sciatic nerve stuff. They had to cut it, chop it up,
And he,
and he has an amputated other leg. Yeah.
okay, wow.
So with that, and this is what I love, is we're getting a workaround here. We're creating a feedback loop of dorsiflexion in his foot. By him, what he was doing that day was driving hip extension.
Yeah,
That's how he was accomplishing this.
yeah,
But he was getting sensations in his tibia.
right.
in his tibialis anterior.
He was getting that work, so after he was doing like 20, he was starting to get. He's like, oh,
Even though he's not doing this,
So how is he doing?
he was driving his heel down
With his glute and his
with his hip, but he was getting sensation in the tibia. We were overriding some freaking crazy neural thing by compensating with hip extension, and it was stimulating his tibialis anterior. It was
That's
freaking
pretty cool.
insane.
So like a
That's why I was getting so juiced
Yeah,
up.
he was.
Like,
He
this
was.
is
He
crazy.
didn't want to stop either. He liked how that felt.
yeah.
You could tell he
Yeah,
didn't
you
want
could do
to
that
stop.
with him for an hour today.
I was gonna start
I
there
would-
today.
I
kind
would,
of.
dude. I would. Yeah, and I mean that's just gonna light him up, man.
Cool.
So
Yes. Cool.
yeah,
And maybe I'll play with
So
some
was
of
that
the
like
rotations.
playing that what he was doing, just like a natural not a natural synergy, but like
So
a
I had him
synergy?
at first. I was just like had him laying on the table, and I said, "Try." You know what I mean? I was like,
Synergy?
"Try to deflex."
yes,
That's
It is a
okay,
synergy.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
yeah. Except that hip extension is not a synergy of dorsiflexion.
It's
At
not.
all.
No.
It's hip flexion.
Yeah. So it's a cross synergy.
But I guess he was already hip flexed and extending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Whew.
bubble board 1.
Mobile board 2.
So World War II was E version in P flex, right? E version in P flex, inversion in D flex.
Yep. And then 1 is go dorsiflexion. So that gets a little crazy for Mike.
Yeah.
Right, watch this. Go neutral, dorsiflex.
Yeah.
Right?
He doesn't want to keep that med head down.
Or he wants to knee
When
dive.
I knee
Okay.
dive, my knee wants to.
Yep.
So you don't want to.
Or, and look, you can see, drive harder. Come back up. Go again. So if I neutralize his leg here, you'll see what happens here. See how that thing wants to.
Yeah.
glide.
So like
Yeah.
tibial
I'm
rotate.
trying really hard to try
Yeah.
to keep it still.
So what we're asking of the rear foot right now, just
Is-
to try to, is oh shit, inversion? Rear foot inversion and
Explore that.
dorsiflexion?
Explore that. Play with that. I'm gonna go see what's up top.
Okay, so go down, go forward. Okay, so when we're doing that, we're plantar flexing and
I should be
your rear foot inverting.
right now, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and so then you come back and your dorsiflexion to eversion. Okay, and so go back. And then when you come back, you want to shake here, like externally rotating here, adducting.
Yeah, that looks a little hard.
So is this like an external rotation? Tibial external rotation issue?
I'm curious because I've never felt this before, so this is the first time toying with this. So
I like how so this is like the
it's getting
exploration.
easier. It's getting easier. Feels good.
Okay. Is it really getting easier?
It's work, but it feels like it
Like
was.
you're doing it, but
Yeah.
you're not allowing yourself to comp.
So let's go back. So your plantar flexing, and your rear foot is inverting.
Inverting.
And when your
Dorsal find out.
your rear foot is
Dorsiflexing and eversion.
Wait. Yes. Yes.
I mean, it should just be the opposite of the other.
Yes.
Oh.
So plantar flexion. Oh, that's fine. Plantar flexion. Yeah. No, you guys are spot on there. Plantar
So-
flexion, inversion, dorsiflexion, eversion.
And it's hard for him to do that.
And that's why I was like, wait, hold on, because he's not very good at everting.
And dorsiflexing.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it doesn't look like he's everting, but it's because you're having trouble doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that
So
okay?
now what do we do with this?
So
So is it
So you
because of
can-
the ankle or is it like
that's what you got to find out,
yeah?
right?
Because
But
we're not asking his tibia to do a lot, we're asking his
The
ankle
tibia does
to do
need
stuff.
to do a lot, actually.
In this,
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be, the tibia needs to be rotating about the knee.
okay.
Yeah.
So was it not externally rotating?
That's one theory.
Okay,
Yep, totally. Because that would be internal tibial rotation, external tibial rotation. And
Yeah.
it does feel like it could be that, but it also could be that his ankle doesn't want to evert.
right.
So then what you could do, you have options. Option one, just train this into oblivion.
Mhm.
Option two, get him on the table, check ankle mechanics and check tibial rotation.
Mhm.
Let's do that.
Cool.
Check it. No, we don't-
You can check it on the, or you can check him seated like this.
Yeah,
even.
yeah, I was gonna say, cause I don't have to move all, so we don't have to move all this stuff.
Okay.
Cool.
So then I'm just testing your ankle now?
Yep, you can just check a bunch of stuff in there.
Okay, stay up, ready, go.
So it's deflex.
I'm trying to see how to get him like everted and test that. Stay here, ready, go.
So that's eversion. Yep.
And then stay up just like that.
Yep.
Stay here, ready, go.
So the thing that we
Feels work, but
the,
anyways, go
the
ahead.
thing that we missed already is that
He's-
he comped.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
Where?
so in the knee. So manage that knee. Yeah.
stay here, ready, go.
Nope.
I.e.
Nope. So that's, go ahead and come back
So that's what is that? What was that test?
to eversion
And
deflex.
in deflex.
and
Tibial
Tibial.
external.
got it. Nice.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have you keep your foot down and spin your foot out like that. Stay here, ready, go.
Nope, it's not happening.
So you're
I
not
can already
happy.
feel it as
It's
you
not the knee though.
Well, it might be.
Like I can already feel it. I can barely keep my foot here.
Stay
So go ahead,
here, ready, go. Okay.
It's not there.
So it could be the knee still,
Yeah,
right?
you
So,
like, you got out of that so quick.
so how could we tease out whether it's the knee or the foot here? Yes. A question to ask Michael's leg.
Knee or the foot?
That's a good question. I'm trying. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of like,
Nice. Brain dead, right? Development. Both. Yes, that's the correct answer.
everything, like how
Yes.
to get his foot off the ground.
You have a thought?
Well, I just want to feel what you're feeling good.
Yeah.
So you're testing. How you can just test that.
Yeah.
Stay out.
Try this. Yeah, no, I can't even engage that.
Ready, go.
Seems like his ankle's passive right now though. Like, I mean, in
And what was
terms
the other
of
thing
like,
that you guys found?
And
And then
What do you say passive? What do you
get
mean?
out of that.
like it's
and
not
then
dorsiflex
down, yeah.
and it's not plantar flex.
Fairly neutral.
So his ankle's neutral.
Yeah.
And that's
I wouldn't say
what
passive because he still has to
It wants to.
use muscles in the ankle, right?
So try and did you try and
We did a
dorsiflex
ball
and
yeah.
you and inverted?
Was the right higher quality? Yeah. Okay, so let's think about this. Throw some ideas out there.
Flexion.
So we've got dorsiflexion low quality, and we've got what is that?
External rotation, tibial external.
When you
rotation.
say flexion of the knee, what do you mean?
rotation.
Well,
Oh yeah, that's
I
what
don't know.
So you don't have that. You don't have that.
I
Throw
don't
in.
think that, but like how did you move the joint?
Well, I think
Now
you're
we
in the
wanna
right
rule out
direction.
if it's the
I just
knee
wanna
or
know
the
what you're
ankle.
thinking.
So if the eversion and deflex is the issue, or if it's my knee with the or my tibial external rotation.
So
That's
how
how
do we
we tease that out.
influence it?
And I'm like,
So the big question, how do we see if it's the knee or if it's the ankle? So what
Straighten
do,
the knee.
boom!
okay. So then with the straight knee, then we're only biasing
Eversion of
version
the foot.
Okay, so then I'd have to get up here.
Oh, exciting.
That is exciting.
Nice job.
Good thing it's on video.
Right, because now we don't have as much rotary force through the knee. It's only at the hip, kind of, and the ankle.
Okay, so he's dorsiflex and everted.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna spin you this way, I'm gonna un-evert you, ready, go. Ankle likes that, I'm gonna undorsiflex you, ready, go. And then both, ready, go.
So what do we think?
That felt
To
good.
me,
That
it's
felt fine to me. So it seems like maybe it's an issue, so let's try that.
So bend it again, just to be sure, bend it. Now drive tibial external rotation. Have Mike do it.
Okay,
Alright,
sit
there you go.
here, ready, go.
How'd it feel?
Felt alright.
Yeah, it did, stay here.
Is he driving hip extension?
Yes,
Uh-huh. Sneaky butt.
ready, ready, go.
Is it good?
I don't know. I'm trying to feel.
Check it.
Oh, so sorry. So with that last test, my
So-
foot wasn't in deflex when we tested.
Oh, we can just test neutral. Point
Yeah.
the foot left. Keep it there. Ready, go. Rest. Go again.
I can't tell what I'm
Ready,
doing.
go. Yeah, you're doing some sneaky stuff there. Rest.
I feel my glute.
Yeah,
kicking off.
dorsiflex. Spin. Ready, go.
Yeah.
I mean, something's happening there.
Yeah.
Was it pretty drastically low quality on the
Yes.
floor?
Yes, I tried.
Try to
Do it.
on the floor.
Let me check one more thing here. Keep your foot down here. Ready, go. Ready, go. Yeah, he's got that too.
I almost wanted to
Point
cramp.
it left. Ready, go. Ready, go. Yeah, it's tibial external rotation. Scoot forward. I'll check it on the ground. But point it left. Ready, go. Ready, go.
I'm trying to get all the
You
leverage.
think it's a hip?
Don't laugh at me.
Right. Keep it up. Ready, go.
Ow! Fuck, that actually hurt.
So
Hurt your knee or your hip?
My hip.
that's the other factor there, right? Sorry.
No, you're fine.
So that's the other factor. This may be more him being in hip flexion.
Hip flexion, and then if he's,
So we could like train hip flexion, see if it goes that cycle on.
Or we could try this.
if
Land
he's,
land
if
it
he's
back again.
externally rotated with his tibia though, in hip flexion, is his hip internally rotating?
Bend the knee.
Pads everywhere.
Say that again.
Table. Like if he's in hip flexion and he's sitting like that, but we're asking him to hold a test of tibial external rotation.
Uh-huh.
Is he having to kind of anchor like with tibial, or I mean with fucking hip internal? Like to maintain tibial external, what is his hip having to do? Internally
Well-
rotate a little bit?
Depending on if we brace or not.
Okay,
Yeah.
Right, like if I'm bracing him here, he's not having to do much.
right.
If I have him brace, if I don't have him do anything,
Then yeah, I'm gonna drive that.
well, no, you would have to drive abduction to stabilize.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
If I'm
So-
bracing him here, ready, go, then he can force couple and drive adduction and tibial external rotation.
okay, so if he's not bracing,
Just to throw a bunch more shit at you guys.
Yeah.
This is a Maffa,
Yeah.
right? Push here and here, hold that, I'm gonna let go up top here.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go up top here. I'm gonna let go up top, stay here, I'm gonna let go, don't move, 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 push here, stay here, hold that, hold that, hold that, hold that, hold that, push here, hold that, hold that. Now you can Maffa this stuff and play around a little bit. Now, the only thing I was gonna check here is his 90-degree hip angle. I'm curious if that just completely destroys his tib external rotation. So I'm just putting him in that hip flex position, spin the foot, hold out here, ready, go. Yeah, ready, go. So that's that same junky response that you're
Yeah.
getting seated.
Right.
So that's another way you can tease it out, is we were just looking positionally at hip flexion to see,
Right.
because right here, the reason it felt better is because he's in less,
Flexion.
you got it. He's in less hip flexion
but
there.
you put him in more hip flexion.
And then it
than
got
he
mushy
was.
again. Are you guys following that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yep. All in.
Good. Yeah. What do you guys think? It's getting quiet in here.
Okay, so in regards
Our brains are just
to
like
Yeah. Okay.
the like spinny circle of death.
Yeah.
in the computer, that's
so
like,
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, like dial up sound right now. But
Yeah.
in regards to that MOBO board where we saw
Yep.
that I wasn't everting with deflex,
Yep.
that's where we found.
This sent us down
Sent
this.
us upstream.
Yeah, upstream.
Radial,
Yep.
hip.
Right, so then yeah, so
So then you
checked
explored.
inversion and deflex.
And it was kind
So
of weird,
The question
right?
is it low quality because he's in hip flex, or is it hip flex? Is it hip
Well, that'd be
quality?
something now we have to
Well, we
rule out.
just-
We have to
We just
train
we
hip
know-
flexion,
we
right?
just teased it out.
We know that there was a hip problem, but do we necessarily?
Well, the thing here
Could it just be
is
both?
it could be.
Oh, but
it
because
could
it's high
be.
quality, but it's straight.
Right. That's the only rationale I have for going hip flexion first.
Yeah.
Is this stay here, ready to go? I mean, that's feels pretty dang good.
Right. So then you're
Bend the knee. Let's just bend it a teeny bit. Hold it here, ready to go. That feels pretty good. Now keep going here and hip flex. Keep pushing here. Now lift your leg up. Keep pushing here.
It's really hard.
Yeah, and he's gone.
Yeah. Sorry.
And we kind of maintained a consistent knee angle, so I'm not thinking it's
To me.
knee so much.
Can we look at, your internal and external?
Yeah, sure. And that's another thing. Like I'm
Yeah.
externally rotated big time. Mainly more on this one, but I've been trying to be a lot better about it. But yeah, I'm always like this.
Here, I just want to test your, go ahead and hit hip flexion.
Check that. I'm gonna put some food in my mouth.
And go ahead and, externally rotate. Stay here, ready, go. Okay, internal, stay here, ready, go. Those feel good.
Yeah.
Wanna try those? We'll just see if like, I haven't tested hip, external, internal.
It felt fine.
Stay here, I'm gonna push
It's
it
definitely,
out.
like in flexion, I feel it, like it's tight right here
Okay.
in my flexors.
Stay here, ready, go. Ooh,
Yeah. Super tight in there.
so that was a low, you would call that
That
low
was
quality.
no, I was gonna, yeah. This is gonna hurt me.
Okay. Straight leg lift up. Ready, go. Okay, lift up higher. Ready, go. No,
That was low quality.
yeah, I would say that
It's
was
just,
low
yeah, I
quality.
don't have, I'm not getting that twitch for sure.
But it's different than like when you get a bent knee.
Yeah.
That felt very different.
It definitely feels better with a little more
Try-
extension.
Can we try myoing that? Do you think anything's gonna like blow you up? I'm just like thinking about your hip flexions, you're like, it's tight.
No, we can, no, it's fine.
Okay, so go ahead, let's do like 5 myos. Go ahead and bring it up. You can just kind of go your, how does that feel?
Feels good at work.
Okay. Okay, then do it again.
Rotating.
He's myoing hip flexion right now, because it was low quality. The higher he gets.
Oh, it's horrible. Painful.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I
But
was like, what do you mean I look horrible?
no, it looks great. That does look like a lot of fun though.
Well, it looks like I'm about to head straight to the gym and do this.
Do you feel like an ISO would be better?
No, heck no.
No.
This
Nice
feels
job,
great.
dude.
This feels great.
Good job. Okay. And then,
What, just out of curiosity, what was the rationale to go straight leg versus bent leg?
Just listening to what my instructor tells me.
Go ahead. Fair
yeah,
enough.
well, I have no idea.
Okay.
I
And
thought
you-
bent knee myself because it seemed like it was lower quality than that, but
Mhm.
um,
Because
but maybe it's more gentle
the-
approach.
well, it's actually not in a
The
way
lever is
because the lever's longer.
But he's like, but feels like it was higher quality.
Lift your leg up just a
When
little bit.
his leg was.
Stay
He
here,
said that,
ready,
yeah.
go.
You guys
Go
already
higher.
tried the 90
Go higher, stay
We
here,
like,
ready,
te-
go.
ISO.
we didn't try ice.
That's-
Oh, so how
just,
do we-
just,
how do we
just,
know?
just
Feel a
for the
little
test.
stronger.
Feels
He was
strong.
like
Go ahead and,
pretty bad with the bent knee. With the straight knee, it was like it's not probably, but it was more of like a little twitch rather than, and then he found
that's
it.
better.
Nice.
It is
Nice,
nice.
cool.
Oh my god,
Let's go. Check. Ready. Go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's great.
And it's like, so
So
I
now
felt,
check the foot.
I felt the straight leg in the same spot I was
Yeah,
feeling all
totally.
this stuff anyways. And so, I mean, I get where it's like, okay,
Not wrong.
The 90-90 was the
Yeah,
low quality,
yeah.
but also it wasn't
Same
great,
tissue.
the
great
only
here,
thing
but
I was thinking about the two of them is that that angle, the joint angle was,
Close.
Close.
More close.
yeah, it was
for
low
sure.
quality and a closed joint
I'm-
angle, so I was
Totally
like,
cool. I'm not saying there was a right or wrong. I was just wondering
Yeah.
if it was
wondering the
rational. for it.
rationale, yeah.
it just was it was a thing to
Yeah.
try, so I don't know if I was thinking about it like logically.
But like, I guess what I'm challenging is like, create a rationale for your decisions.
Yeah.
you
Do we
know?
wanna try?
Regardless of whether, I think the same thing. It doesn't matter as
So,
long as you
you
have.
wanna
The
try-
lever was long, so that might have been a little bit more strenuous, so
Right,
bend your
which
knee.
which I liked that actually, I felt good.
Yeah. So
So could we like go
I would
like,
check the rotate. I would check.
I was
the
gonna
sit
say
down.
maybe we can check, maybe even if we do maybe a couple more, one more stem and then check the other.
Yeah.
okay, would you have
Yeah.
maybe just said like try doing a myo like in this configuration?
That's another option.
Like with a lesser lever?
It is a lesser lever,
Okay,
right?
but how do you
So
say that, like and not sound like a
Yeah.
like a lesser
So-
lever, shorter lever?
So the rationale though with the straight leg is a little bit harder on the hip flexors, right?
well, it's more. You have a bigger moment,
Right.
but less range, or lesser moment, smaller moment, more range. So there's no right or wrong answer.
Right, okay, that's
Yeah.
just,
It's just what it is, So
And then what
Like we might have done. I might have started that. Julie started with this.
Yeah.
Might still ended up with the same thing.
right, or you might not.
Mine might not.
And then and then if you go, oh, that didn't feel good. All right, well, let's
try this thing.
get the moment
just-
longer. And, yeah. Yep.
I like the straight leg, so let's just test this.
I also don't mind that because, and what I probably would have done is, well, I don't know what I would have done, but I'm just saying I don't mind what you did because you're creating a less strainy position for him. He was hating being in hip flexion.
Yeah, I
Not
just
only
think-
that, but you're pairing up both
Extension.
quadricep joint systems with this, whereas with the hip flex you're only pairing up.
Just the hip.
Yeah. So you might have this might have been a more effective
Okay,
approach here.
Right, cause it's, yeah, I'm using my lower extremity as well.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
keep that knee extension.
Exactly. Yep.
so which is probably why it was so hard.
Which, yeah.
And it did feel
Alright,
good. Okay, sounds good.
Right,
That was
hopefully, and then
fun.
we can test it.
So what are we running? We're gonna do another
We're
mile?
gonna do like 5 more miles.
Yeah,
and then we
I
can-
do, okay, and I'm just gonna let you kind of find
Ready?
it. Yep,
Oh, it's gonna be a busy one today.
yes it is.
A busy day for us.
That's
Are
also
you
specialist.
staying around or are you taking off? What are you doing? I have the report findings today with Dina and I forgot to tell you about that.
With her?
Mm-hmm. If you'd like to sit in, you're welcome to.
At what time?
30. Oh, 30.
Ooh, you're getting more.
30.
I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
30. You're welcome to eat in here too if you want. If you want to eat lunch and sit in or something like that,
Okay.
you're welcome to.
Good job. Okay, I'll let you rest for a
That's
minute
your
and
lunch
then
time.
check it.
Yeah.
You got more range that time and I was kind of just like letting,
It felt good, yeah, I was trying to go to where it felt like okay. And I definitely felt that last
and I was thinking about plyoing you out of that too. Because you're so tight, that was just,
Yeah.
okay, ready? We're gonna test the hip flexion again?
You wanna test it just this one and then the tibial stuff,
Yeah.
rotation?
Let's do this hip flexion higher though. Go ahead, bring your leg up. Stay here, ready, go.
That
Yep,
felt great, yeah, that felt a lot better than when we
Okay.
started. And then,
Lift up. Ready, go. Lift up. Ready, go.
okay, lift up. Ready, go.
feel like you have to push so much harder with
Yeah.
your fingertips.
Yeah,
You're straining. You're making it harder on yourself.
lift up, ready, go.
You barely have to push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
That felt
responsive.
a lot better.
I just feel like I don't know how to like touch bodies anymore.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I do, but I,
You're
you
just-
know,
well,
I
you're
just was
not-
always like,
But you're not used to yarding on bodies.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
used to, you know,
Just massaging.
massaging
Yeah.
and
yeah, it's just like, I want to be able to be like, I'm not massaging you, but I can still get in here and
Absolutely.
like put a full freaking hand on
Yeah.
you and
Yeah,
not
what
like,
was,
I feel like I'm like
no
this.
concern.
What was the other configuration for the rotation?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
hated
this
it
is
at
what
the top here too.
Yeah,
So point foot left, ready, go. That's way better.
way better.
Flexion. Let's try it with you seated.
So it turned out to be hip flexion.
we'll bring it
Do we need to bring it down again?
Yeah.
I mean, do we need to though?
Well, the test that we had was my
Yeah,
feet on the
because of the
floor at
deflection.
90.
We want him to be in that 90-degree hip
Okay, because
flexion.
he's not fully there. without-
And it was like all the other ones were junky, but this was the worst one I think, with
Yeah.
feet on the floor at 90.
Let's go.
Where our boy is.
He's got 3 minutes.
Go ahead and spin out. Stay here. Ready, go.
Or client that I'm working with.
I felt a lot
Just
better.
go ahead and dorsiflex and stay out. Ready, go.
Is what?
Yeah.
Ready,
It's
go.
this guy right here.
Felt
Is
a
she
lot
better?
better.
Next week?
Wow. Hip flexion.
Yeah, I don't know. Hip flexion, felt way
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's your homework, straight leg raise.
Straight leg raises.
Dude,
Cool.
build
Yeah,
that.
straight
You're welcome.
bands.
$125.
That'll be $125, please.
You're welcome. Don't say I never did nothing for you.
Seriously, though, like this.